And then in the school, they will, they will announce those who have passed the common entrance. They will ask them to come and do interview. Here, there was no way you could influence the avenue, whether you pass or you don't pass. So I began to wonder. Then I still begin to wonder, how was it possible? Of course, people can argue and say, the population was small. No, not just about population in that case. I think there was a system which was rooted, locally, which people bought into. There was credibility. People believed, the outcome. Nobody ever challenged, how many people passed and were given admission. Now, so I think we need to go back and engage with our local governments. All politics should be local. So also should all our values. If we start giving the right values to our children from the beginning, we are going to have less deviance. But coming back to the real issue of matching a campaign with reality, rhetoric campaign, it starts a lot. It's quite deep. Most times we do not know what we are going into in government. We don't know how complex, we don't know how rotten the situation is. Outside there, we just want to win the elections. We know what the people want, and we tell them we're going to give them. But when we get there, it's a completely different thing. You have to battle for budgetary allocation on the one hand. You have to battle for capacity. Sometimes even when you have all the money and the capacity is not there, you cannot execute the projects or the program. And then, like I said, your views, your aspirations are not really the same as that of the system. So you must be very strong, to be able to leave any legacy. I can say that when I became a minister, there are certain projects that I had to introduce, which, if I did not do them, probably I would have no legacy at all today. I mean, there's no school where they train people to be ministers. It's about leadership. And you get there, you say, this is what I want to do. This is my perception of the problem, and this is what I want to do. And when I started, uh, town hall meetings, the idea for me was to let people know what the government was doing. I've realized that the expectation of people, the expectations are very high. So I organized town hall meetings by topics. If it was infrastructure, I would get along the ministers of works and housing, transport, the minister of water resources, and go and tell Nigerians, who are the one that made this promise, why can you not? Because there are other issues such as the weather. There's other issues such as probably logistics. So I used to assemble ministers to go and tell Nigerians what they were doing, what they should expect. And I think that brought down a lot of trust, deficit between the public and the government. And it was no holds back, and it was televised live, and it was a two-way conference where the citizens could ask questions. I also used to do something which was go along with, I look at a problem and I say, how do people understand it? So I used to enlist the support of media and go and inspect ongoing projects of government. So people will know what you are doing with your money, they will know what your challenges are. When I came in, I realized that we, as opposition, we blame Jonathan. on his handling of Boko Haram insurgency. And so one of the first trips I took was to have a first-hand, information and knowledge of Boko Haram. So I arranged a trip to go to Maiduguri, Konduga, Kaure, and Baba to see firsthand, what the issues were. And that really helped me a lot because I saw how patriotic our military, how much sacrifice they were making. I saw what it's an IDP is. I never seen one in my life. I saw the kind of damage that was done by Boko Haram. So when I entered Burma on the 5th of December 2015, you would think you were in Tunisia or Algeria. All road signs were in Arabic. All signboards were in Arabic. Of the 6,000 houses there that were standing, that were in Burma, not one was standing. They destroyed all of them. But because I had this, so when I came back and I went with the media, I was able to tell them the efforts of the government and what we were doing, what the government was doing. I remember a governor in the Southwest, after I came back from Burma and Konduga and Kawe, was trying to, he was trying to make a comment on Boko Haram, and I asked him, I said, I've been there. You also go there. When you go there, come back and tell Nigerians what you have seen. So I think these are kind of things that if we do them to bridge that trust deficit between government and the people. Another one which I was quickly mention is the bring back our girls. You remember that just before we came in, some girls were kidnapped from Chibok, and it became an issue. It was 2014, we came in 2015, and every day, every week, we saw this group, in front of the Transcorp, demonstrating, bring back our girls, bring back our girls. I said, now what do we do? As if we were keeping the girls in one room, as if they were kidnapped under us. So one day, I think it was the then chief of air staff, came to my office and said, Honorable Minister, you see, we are doing so much to bring back these guys. We are searching for them every day. Can you manage to invite bring back our guest leadership, and we all go to Sambisa Forest and look for them? And I said, well, that's a good idea. So I went and invited leadership of the bring back our girls. Said, the government is doing a lot to bring back these girls. But you don't believe us. Why don't we all go to Yola? When we go to Yola, we all see what effort the military, the Air Force is doing to bring back our girls. And amazingly, they agreed. Obi, Aisha to Yusuf, and they agreed with us. So the federal government gave us, the Air Force gave us one Hercules and one other aircraft. So we went to Yola. So when we got to Yola, we were debriefed. In the night, they put us on what they call an ISR, something search and rescue. It's a very small aircraft, but it has a kind of television inside. And when you fly, when you are in it, you can see what is going on the ground. So every day, about 1 o'clock in the morning, they'll put us in that small aircraft with the bring back our girls leadership and the media, and then we fly over Sambisa. And of course, from inside the aircraft, we were able to see exactly where the Boko Haram people were, how they were hiding and coming. Because once they had the sound of the aircraft, they all run out. They all run out. By the time we ready for 2 nights, they begged us to come back to Abuja. That they are saying enough. And that actually, I think it helped people to see how much the government was doing to bring back, those things. So sometimes you just need to be proactive, even in government. You don't wait. The last example I'll give, I think, is when the Dapchi girls were kidnapped. The Dapchi girls were kidnapped and were also what's happening. We have not resolved the issue of the Chibok girls. Another 100 plus girls were, 200 plus girls were kidnapped in the Dapchis. So what we did, we just went to the NSC, asked them to give us his aircraft. So let him go there, be on the spot. So I went with my aides, with the NTA, and we flew straight again to, I think to Maiduguri. From Maiduguri, we took a chopper to Dapchi. We saw the governor there then. And we were able at least to take possession and to take ownership of the story before the do-gooders, all so-called NGOs will come and, give us a narrative which is not our own. You must always in government be able to own the narrative. That way, be able to show a good example and convince people of what you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the combination of comedy, elder statesman, and all of that. Can we give you another round of applause, please? Finally, I would like to invite the chairman of the GOCOP Board of Trustees for a very brief goodwill message. Please note, sir, that Alhaji Lai Mohammed has taken part of your time. Chief Femi Additional.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, or our chairman first, Chief Bonnet George, retired Commodore, the immediate past governor of Katsina State, and our keynote address. I thank everyone here for coming. For me to make a good message is to be speaking to myself, because I'm part of GOCOP. I remember when GOCOP was established, I was president of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, and the very first meeting, Dr. Oladipo will remember, I think we had it at the Zen Garden restaurant. So I was at that meeting, and later I was made chairman of the Board of Trustees. When I was in government for 8 years, GOCOP would always invite me. As much as I could, I came. I was going through some pictures in the magazine, and I saw that the first lecturer was there, the second I was there, the third I was there. So thank you very much. I'm glad to be here, and I particularly like the topic of the lecture today. The synergy between campaign promises and actual governance. And the choice of the speaker is very, very good. His Excellency, Dr. Masari, has done justice to that topic. And you can see what is generated in the hall. So, thank you, GOCOP. The outgoing president, because until the new one is sworn in, Maureen is still the president. You have done very well. You have done very well. Congratulations. Thanks for serving GOCOP. Thanks for serving all of us. Best wishes as we go along. And the incoming president, Nalabi, also wish you well. Nalabi is our friend and our colleague, and whatever it takes to succeed, by the grace of God, we will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are moving very fast now. So we are moving to the induction of new GOCOP members. And to do this, I'd like to invite our in-house lawyer, Mr. Folabi Odeyemi. I would also like to invite the GOCOP president, Maureen Chigo, because Maureen will be welcoming them officially into GOCOP. I don't know if Mr. Odeyemi is around. Is Mr. Adeyemi here? He has gone to change. Interesting. Okay, maybe I could just go ahead and call the new inductees so that we don't waste our time. When Mr. Adeyemi comes, you okay, we wait for Mr. Adeyemi to be here. I like the line Mohammed, sir. Please, I was just going to ask that the story you told earlier about what Chief T.O.S. Benson did, can I also try it at the airport? Do you think it will work for me? Because I have bad belly for Igbo people, so maybe I'll try it soon. We wait for our Mr. Adeyemi. Please just give us a few seconds, a few minutes to do that. Okay, so our lawyer, Mr. Adeyemi, is here. Mr. Adeyemi, please. Please, let's go back to our seat, please. Please, let's go back to our seats. You will understand when you see Mr. Adeyemi why we have to wait for him. He makes a grand entrance. Mr. Adeyemi, so I can go back to my seat.
Hello, this is a solemn ceremony, and in view of that, we need to be very calm and all of us be in a silent mood. This I will call the inductees they will file out as I call them, they will file out here. Ms. Adedapo Olayinka Falade. Adedapo Olayinka Falade. Publisher, newcoven.com. I also have the honor of calling my friend Olayinka Ayobami Agbola, publisher, PM Parrot and Parrot Extra Magazine. Mr. Olugbenga Kayode, publisher, Consumer Connect. Mr. Olumuyiwa Akanbi Akintunde, publisher, breezynewsng.com. Mr. Tola Collins Akimutimi, publisher, brtnewsng.com. BRT News, that's what it is. Mr. Tony Agbola Amukiodo, publisher, the ID News. Mr. Ofonime Ibanga Umana, publisher, TNT, that's today's news today, today's news now. Then, Mr. Wilson Dele Aderibe, publisher, American First. Please, this is a very important event. You have all completed your membership. After you must have filled the requirements. Your induction fee must have been paid. I agree. Now, you shall take the oath of ethics and the oath of allegiance of GOCOP. You raise one of your hand up, your right hand, you can raise it up, please. Your right hand. If you also wish, you can place your left hand on your chest, signifying where your heart is. So you stay after me. Of course, you put your name appropriately where you're supposed to put it. Hi. Hi. Mention your name. Pledge to uphold professional standards and core principles of Guild of Corporate Online Publishers of Nigeria. I also affirm that I shall be committed to the Constitution, bylaws of GOCOP, and adhere to our code of ethics. So help me God. Thank you. Now you shall get your certificate, and the president shall be handing that to you. Let me call them one after the other. First one is Mr. Adedapo Olayinka Falade. Adedapo Olayinka Falade. Then Mr. Olayinka Ayobami Agbola. Mr. Olugbenga Kayode, publisher, Consumer Connect. So, Mr. Olumuyiwa Akanbi Akintunde. Mr. Tola Collins Akimutimi. Akimutimi. Then Mr. Ofonime Umana. Those are the one present. So, in the presence of all present here today, please we do hereby introduce this inductee to you as authentic member of GOCOP. Do you want to give them a round of applause?
Quickly, I'd like to invite briefly the chairman of the GOCOP Membership Screening Committee, Mr. Musikilu Mojid. It's very important he explains to us the process that produced these 6 people here today. So, entering GOCOP is actually not very easy. We go through a screening process that is more rigorous than what the DSS does for some ministerial nominees. So I'm going to call on Mr. Musikilu Mojid to come and tell us how we got here. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let us sit down. Sit down and let us try as much as possible to be quiet. Hello. How do they get, sir, Chief Olabode George, how do you get people to sit down in a military environment? Because people don't know that they have their, who is that person shaking hand? Okay, I understand that they are congratulating the new members. Their friends and their godfathers are congratulating them.
Thank you, Olumide. I think it is important to explain how people become members of GOCOP. This year we got 35 applications to join GOCOP, and we just have 8 people who succeeded. We have a standing committee which I chair, comprising Olumide himself and Rose Moses, who is I see in the hall there. So, and there is a rigorous screening process which explains why the remaining people didn't make it. One, the constitution of GOCOP is very clear about how people can become members. For instance, to become a member of GOCOP, your company must be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and your company must be registered as a business meant to do the business of media. So you cannot say because you are an oil and gas magnate, you have some money you want to publish. So then your publication must have been in existence for 3 years. So apart from the company being in existence, the publication itself must have functioned for 3 years. So if you meet that criteria, and then there is also the GOCOP Ethics Committee, which is an ombudsman, must establish that you've not been found wanting for this. So if a businessman, because anybody can be a member of GOCOP, you do not have to be a journalist. If you have money to start a news publication, then you must have a journalist who has being a manager in a newsroom, in another newsroom, at least having practiced for a minimum of 10 years. So those are conditions. You must have an operating office so that if there is violation, where people can find you, where authority can find you, you must have employed a minimum of 2 people working for you. So it's not a one-man band. So it's a serious business. So if you meet all of these requirements, and then you must be recommended by existing members of GOCOP who are up to date. So those are the basic considerations for becoming members of GOCOP. So most times people make up stuff. At times people are not qualified for several reasons. And we do a lot of diligence screening of both the publications and the individuals that want to become members of GOCOP. And these gentlemen here today were those who were able to make the cut this year. Mr. Laronilu was asking me why there were no women among them. Well, that's not our fault. Although we wish that there are more women because we always talk about inclusivity, especially in GOCOP. We want more and more women to join. We want more women entrepreneurs in the business of media. But until they apply and qualify, there's nothing we can do about it. So we apologize for that. So I think that's the explanation that I think is necessary at this point. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much, President Emeritus Muskilu Majid. Before we go to the big one, which is the induction of swearing in of new Exco, GOCOP this week is saying goodbye to our administrative secretary, Ms. Jessica Wadeze, who has served us diligently and professionally. She is moving on to higher opportunities, and the Exco thought it wise to actually present a gift for her on our biggest stage. So I'll be calling on Madam President Maureen Chibu. Madam President, this is perhaps our last act as the president of GOCOP, but it also shows you that we value our human capacity. That is why although Jessica is not a member of GOCOP, but she has been an integral part of the success of GOCOP, and we want to celebrate her. And that's the final act of Madam President. So, Madam President, I hand over the microphone to you.
Thank you. Jessica, please. Jessica is a young woman that you can rare to find elsewhere. In the days of Gen Z, when it's difficult to get people to work, she works. And when I say she works, she works. If you work with me, doesn't mean newswatch. No, you can't just be laid back. And when we were producing this book, it was a tough period because I was combining a whole lot of things. And I would stay awake by 1 a.m. in the morning, and I will send a message to her. I'll be thinking maybe I'll get it in the morning, but in the next few seconds, the message has come back to me. So she worked at my pace and helped us to produce this book. So, and it's not just that. Any work you give to her to do, she will do it diligently. So she hasn't stayed for so long with us. But the little time she was with us, she made a great impact. And she endeared herself to all our members. That everybody is wondering, we will be able to get somebody to replace her. So, and we felt the only way we can encourage her to be diligent and to continue to do what she has been doing and to let her know that she did well is to present her our token gift of appreciation. So Jessica, here is a check for you. When you open it, you will see it. And we have a little gift also to present. So let's hold our check. So this is our check. You hold it. This is also a token of our appreciation. Thank you all. And for all the young men and women here, when you are employed in your organizations, please try as much as possible to work hard and endear yourself to your employers. It is to your own advantage. She didn't know we are going to do this thing to her, so I think it's coming to her as a surprise. So, and she's going to do her PhD, right? So congratulations, and then we wish you all the best in your endeavor. We are still, it's still one GOCOP, one family, so you are still a part of the family. If you finish your PhD program and you think you want to work with us, we would love to have you back. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. So I would like to invite once again the lawyer, Mr. Afolabi Odeyemi, to perform the swearing-in ceremony of the new Exco.
Let me quickly call out the names. Dalami Modu, please come forward. MNI. Mr. Olumide Yenda, please come out. Mr. Jaifo, please come out. Mr. Akim Oyetuji, please come out. Ngozi Oyebusi. Ngozi, please come out. Mr. Moses Ebosele. Kemi Yesufu. Please, you have permit me to read that of the Mr. President separately. Mr. Secretary, please come forward. Come forward. You raise your hand up. The right hand. And you place one on your chest. And raise it up properly. I'm doing it separately because a lot of weight is on the shoulder. Do you agree? Hi. Should I mention my name? You are not mentioning very well. I want to hear you. Please, let's take it in. Hi. Oh, please, give me my phone. Hi. pledge
pledge
to uphold
to uphold
the Constitution
the Constitution
and Code of Ethics,
and Code of Ethics,
as well as bylaws
as well as bylaws
of Guild of Corporate Online of Nigeria,
of Guild of Corporate Online Publishers of Nigeria,
and to discharge my duties
and to discharge my duties
as
as
what?
President
Of,
of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers,
and I shall do so
and I shall do so
faithfully
faithfully
and with due true allegiance.
and with true allegiance.
I also affirm
I also affirm
that I shall be loyal
that I shall be loyal
to GOCOP,
to GOCOP,
committing to the institution's growth
committing to their decisions growth
always.
always.
I solemnly affirm
I solemnly affirm
to preserve all of this
to preserve all of this
to the best of my
to the
ability.
best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
No,
All of you who likewise, please raise up your hands and you place one on your chest. And you say after me, you put your name appropriately and you also put your responsibility appropriately when it's go to that place to us. Hi! Are there hi also in the audience? Hi! Hereby pledge to uphold the Constitution, Code of Ethics, and bylaws of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers of Nigeria, and to discharge my duties as is mentioned faithfully and with true allegiance. I also affirm that I shall be loyal to GOCOP and to always do the best of my ability to promote GOCOP all the time. So help me God. I congratulate all of you. Can you shake hands? After the group picture, then I think the president will make a speech. I'm doing another sentence.
Welcome live to GTV Africa, live from Abuja. The GOCOP is having a new executive. And, Guild of Corporate Online Publishers are having a new executive. Guild of Online Corporates, the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers, GOCOP, are having a new executive, and Dan Lamy has become the new president of the guild.
Mr. Dalami, would you please come and give your acceptance speech as president?
Okay.
Hello, can we go back to our seat, please? The president's about to give his speech.
By accepting my election as president of GOCOP. I want to thank everybody.
Hello, can we go back to our seat, please?
I want to thank you all.
Can we go back to our seat?
As the president of GOCOP. This is a responsibility I take very seriously, and I know that you shall come first. The members of GOCOP will be our priority. Your welfare, the welfare of your platforms, and the collaboration with other professional bodies will be our priority. We shall ensure proper training and all of that, so that our members shall begin to collaborate to ensure that this gets to higher level. And on this note, I want to thank you all for the vote you have cast for me. And I also want to use the opportunity to round up by giving the vote of thanks for those who have come. To the chairman, we are very grateful. To our keynote speaker, we are very, very grateful. And to Minister Ogalai, we are very, very grateful. Our chairman board of trustees, we are very, very grateful. Our big commissioner, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. To all of you who came from far and near, we welcome you and we thank you very much for making this occasion, and we pray that the Almighty God will take you back to your respective destinations safely. Thank you very much.
Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the 9th annual conference of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers. To officially declare the event closed, let us rise for the national anthem. The first stanza alone has been
Just to bring this to the end, my name is Bimiga Olamikon. Thank you for your time. GTV Africa is part of GOCOP, and GOCOP will come together.
Thank you very much. Food is served. Our special guest should go there first. Food is served.